is 6:45 in the morning time on this Wednesday morning, August 26, 2020. It's time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Wednesday morning, August 26, 2020. Good morning, y'all. This lovely Wednesday morning, August 26, 2020, 6:45 a.m. and the Mountain temperature is 55 degrees. Top stories on the Peter Channel Morning News at 6:45 is red meat for Trump's base dominates night 2 of the Republican National Convention. Kenosha protesters defy a Denver curfew in the third night of protests after Jacob Blake shooting. Hurricane Laura rapidly intensifies. The Gulf of Mexico expected a landfall near Louisiana and Texas border. Trump administration insider president wanted the main migrants. Angel Mom dropped from RC lineup apologies for retweeting anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. IRS to bail 50,000 stimulus checks next month. Some of the most startling images of wildfire raging through northern California. Need a visa to visit the U.S. and expect much longer wait times, officials warn. Brockton soldier mission from Fort Hood found dead, family says. Coronavirus face covers future for England secondary schools. Two Hong Kong lawmakers arrested among 16 arrested over 2019 protests. Hamas, Gaza will not remain silent as Israel escalates siege. Boston Public Library reopened for computer use only, and the Wi-Fi will also be boosted. Stock feature trades big spot, another SB record, and look at that stocks. The Dow died 60.02 at 48.44. S&P 5 up 12.34, 34.43.62, and Nasdaq up 86.75 at 11.66.47. Airline job cuts could pressure Congress on terror rep but stimulus. McDonald's permanent ex-CEOs investigates they charge Republican cover-ups. What you need to know about? Let's get that. Bacteria farm. Earth could survive in space and could endure the trip to Mars according to a new study. Updated CDC guidelines now say people exposed to coronavirus may not need to be tested. In Michigan, state reports 779 new cases yesterday and 20 deaths, and Whitman pushes flu vaccine. Peter Cho News Time, 6:48, 12 minutes to 7 a.m. on this Wednesday morning. The federal government is preparing to carry out its fourth execution of 2020 in the case that raises questions about tribal sovereignty. House Democrat Propios, RNC speech. Teva charged with press fixing generic drugs. Attleboro native Joe Salmoni's home the political question like no other. Jobless numbers down in the Attleboro area following state trend. 5 area police and fire departments in the Attleboro area have been awarded some $9.6 million in state grants to students pay for personal protective equipment and coronavirus-related expenses. Peter Chill News Times, 6:49, 11 minutes to 7 a.m. Looking at sports, Boston Red Sox defeat the Toronto Blue Jays last night 9-7 in Buffalo, and the Boston Bruins fall to the Tampa Bay Lightning 4-3 to take series tied at 1 game apiece. And Bruins and Lightning go ahead at 8 o'clock in Toronto, and the Sox and the Blue Jays go ahead in Buffalo. Game time 6:37 p.m. Portland Trailblazers star Damon Lillard is at Spain listed as out for Game 5 versus the Lakers. No way to proof Locust Gilato is at 8-1 and face in October. But Dana White and faced by President of Donald Trump supporters RNC speech right here. Peter Channel news time is 6:50 in the morning time. It is 10 minutes to 7 a.m. Time now for Peter Channel traffic and trend to check. Beep on the MBTA subway system looking good. Commuter rail. And the ferries are looking good. Okay, take a look at highways and byways of New England on this beautiful, beautiful Wednesday morning in Providence, the vicinity. Looking good, except that 146 a little bit slow around. Says we're at no spiffing around it. 85 at the north side, a little bit slow. The east credit stretch. Newport Bridge to the east side, a little bit slow. Jamestown, bottom of the cover. Bridge is on. Looking good. 95, looking good from Westlake down to Pawtucket. Out of the Cape, Ford Bridge on the southbound side, a little bit slow. 28 on the northbound side, slow. Just before the border Rotary and Bourne, but it's looking good on Route 6 from Sagamore all the way down to Orleans. 95 northbound side, a little bit slow before 128 out in Canton. 24 northbound side, slow between 139 and Randolph Stoughton area, all the way down to 124 out in the Canton area. 7th Expressway, the northbound side, a little bit slow to Adams Avenue, exit of Quincy, all the way down to Mass Ave in Boston. Boston vicinity, Route 1 on the southbound side, a little bit slow between the River Beach Parkway, all the way down to the Tobin Bridge, and up in Northern England, up in Northern Massachusetts, 3 in the southbound side, low slow, 128 in Wilton, 185 in the southbound side, a little bit slow right at Andover Circuit. Route 3 in the southbound side, 93 southbound slow, 485 in the large stretch, and 120 at the northbound side, so the Lexington stretch, and Mass Pike eastbound side, so between Natick down to Weston, and Route 2 eastbound side, a little bit slow the West Concord stretch, and Central Mass highways are looking good. And Western Massachusetts highways are looking good. 84 eastbound side, a little bit slow around Route 91 in Hartford area. And 95 on the southbound side, a little bit slow around the Fairfield, Connecticut area. 95 on the southbound side, so December, Connecticut. Route 101 westbound side, a little bit slow around Route 125 out in the Epping, New Hampshire area. And Vermont, New Hampshire. And Maine highways are looking good. 91 on the northbound side, a little slow around Vermont. 95 northbound side, also Howland, Maine, and 95 on the southbound side, also Old Town, Maine. Peter Jones news time is 6:52, 8 minutes to 7 minutes. Time now for a weather report. And oh my! Look at the scenery. 24 hours ago, we were contending with a steam bath, and now oh, feels so good. As it is a feel of fall. It's a feel of fall. With temperatures in the 50s, it is going to be a nice fall-like day for much of New England. As it's going to be a fall preview for much of New England. But the latest on lure is at 5 a.m., 110 miles per hour, and in center pressure 973 millibars, and located 26.1 at the north, 90.7 at the west of movement. Northwest at 15 miles an hour. And maximum sustained winds 110 miles an hour. Minimum surface pressure 973 millibars. Located 26.1 at the north, 9.7 at the west. At movement northwest at 13 knots at 15 miles an hour. And it's intensified rapidly. And now it has become a Category 2 storm as life-threatening storm surge with large and dangerous waves that expect to produce potentially catastrophic damage from St. Louis past Texas to the mouth of Mississippi River, including areas of the inside the Port Harper hurricane flood protection system. The surge could penetrate up to 30 miles inland from the immediate coastline in southwest Louisiana and southeast of Texas. And actions to protect life and property should be rushed to completion as water levels will begin to rise later today. The hurricane force winds are expected tonight from the one area from St. Louis past Texas to the west of Morgan City, Louisiana, and the strongest wind associated with the slowest eye wall will occur somewhere within the area as Hurricane force winds out widespread damage and wind gusts are also expected to spread well inland in the portions of eastern Texas and western Louisiana early Thursday. Widespread flash flooding is also along the small streams, urban areas, and roadways expected to begin this afternoon into Thursday from the far east Texas across Louisiana and outside. This will be lead to minor outside moderate freshwater river flooding and heavy rainfall and localized flash and urban flooding potential will be spread about eastward into the Middle Mississippi, Lower Ohio, and Tennessee Valleys Friday night and Saturday. Closer to home, closer to home. What a start to the morning. Dry and pleasant weather today with low humidity as high pressure builds to the front of the west. And scattered showers, thunderstorms are expected to develop Tuesday. Thursday as warm front moves into the region and some storms may be severe. Dry and warm weather briefly returns to the Friday night for scattered showers and storms return Saturday night ahead of approaching cold front and drier, less humid and cooler weather returns later Sunday and early next week. And very dry around so across 7 week of the day as dry northwest prevails with perhaps less than 0.50 inches and expect lots of sunshine with below normal temperatures, strong cold convection in place. Early this morning, with current of low-level cool air shifted into the east after 12 at 9:25 millibar. Temperatures recovered to 50, 60 Celsius by later today, which somewhat higher in the mid to upper 70s, but close to the 70 over higher trade and river mass with 2 points in the 40s and northwest winds will be gusty up to 20, 25 miles an hour times. And fire potential to be elevated with today with a RH dropping to 25, 30% in the gusty northwest winds. And okay, looking at the forecast goes like this. For today, sun's got about 75 degrees, west about 7 to 10 mile an hour, gust size 21 miles an hour. For tonight, most of the gust low about 54 degrees, and west wind about 5 miles an hour, coming leaning for Thursday, chance showers before 1 p.m., and then chance showers and thunderstorms between 1 and 5 p.m. Then showers likely possibly a thunderstorm after 5 p.m. Mostly gusts got about 76 degrees, and coming southwest about 5 to 7 miles in the afternoon, just to the 6 the rain month left between a temp coordinate about 8 to 5 months possible thunderstorms for Thursday night. Check the showers and thunderstorms made before 10 p.m. Most gusts for 62 degrees and the northwest about 5 miles an hour coming in AD just within 40%. What new rain months less than 7 days possible 8 to 5 months possible in thunderstorms on Friday. Most of the suns coming 82 degrees and coming northwest about 6 miles an hour in the afternoon for Friday night. Check the showers and thunderstorms made after 4 a.m. Mostly gusts for 64 degrees and coming just 30% for Saturday. Showers made after 10 a.m. 180 degrees and low 65 and top about 3 to 7 miles an hour just to the same percent. And for Sunday, most of the sun's coming 78, low 53 degrees and north is about 6 to 9 miles an hour, gust size 20 miles an hour. For Monday, mostly sun's coming 74, low 52 degrees and north is about 6 miles an hour. And for Tuesday, most of the sun's coming 76 degrees, cover giving stuff around 6 miles an hour in the afternoon. Currently in Norton, 55 degrees. That's going to be for the Peter Channel Water News on this August 26, 2020 on this Weather Morning. P words will be have a good morning, goodbye, day to stay safe, be positive, be healthy, be well. We'll see you at noon time for noon time. Hope you have a good morning.